You are giving me a headache. You're giving me a headache. There's a thunderstorm outside. Chaos. No, do you know what? You're fine. You've got it ever so slightly wrong, but it's nothing that the universe can't work with. Basically, we've started off today with you being in a place where essentially you've voluntarily put yourself in a slightly difficult position because you're trying to make something work in your life that doesn't naturally resonate with who you truly are at your core, right? It's maybe something that your ego wants more than your intuition. The cards initially started out by saying, you're not listening to your intuition, but they had a bit of a chance to think about it over the next few cards that we pulled. They've changed their mind ever so slightly. Yes, maybe you have misjudged the situation. You thought that your intuition was speaking when maybe actually it wasn't. It happens to the best of us, and ego can easily masquerade as intuition. That feels like a different factor. It feels as though there's a situation that you've put yourself out on a limb for. For most of you, this will be a person. Somebody who you think of as being incredibly kind, warm-hearted and open, who you had some kind of instant pull towards. You instantly felt a draw towards them, and when you met them you kind of thought, well, this is it, this is endgame. They actually reflect you in many, many ways, and maybe recently they have been giving you a hard time, or this connection has been giving you a hard time. If it's too much of a hard time, I want to invite you now to not be part of that connection anymore. If you feel like you're really hurting, that you're not doing well as a result of this person being in your life, then now is the time to consider potentially leaving their sorry ass. But if it's just a couple of teething difficulties, if it feels to you a little bit more like it's kind of the little devil on your shoulder being tested right now, it's all of the shadow side of you coming up and rearing its ugly head, these cards are saying this is not the best situation for you to be in, but we can work with it. You don't have to run a million miles if you're not feeling really uncomfortable. Do you see what I mean? So this might not be an easy connection that you've got yourself into here. You may have misjudged slightly some of the reasons for getting into it. You may have initially gone for this person out of ego. When I say out of ego, it's just not necessarily 100% exactly for the right reasons. So you might have gone for this person because they're like the only person around and you just want to have a love life, or you might have gone for this person because doing so would give you a little bit of social status, or because you've never dated somebody that physically pretty before, and right now all that matters to you is proving to yourself that you actually can date pretty people. So it's like your intentions aren't bad, but your ego's almost kidded you a little bit into really throwing yourself into this situation when it's not 100% aligned with you yet. I'm saying yet, because I feel like actually the universe is like, wait. When they threw out this card, I was like, they're reconsidering what they were about to tell me. Oh wait, actually, maybe it's not quite right, but maybe we can make it work. There is some kind of way that we can, there's a little bit of a surprise factor to this. Maybe I'm kind of seeing this as being some I don't know, magical entity, spirit personified, checking the facts and looking at the receipts and going, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm seeing some correlation here, and maybe we can make this work. Actually, maybe we can make it work. If you keep going through this, then there is a way that you can almost help each other in some way to overcome Devil in reverse. Things that have held you back as individuals previously, things that have held you back in love situations previously, the little demons that you have, the shadow sides of each of you, there's a way maybe that you can help each other to work through them. If you can just be kind to each other, we could be nice to each other, wrong for each other, right for each other. Love that song. Oh, and also Beyonce's To the Left has been haunting me. Is that the song? Irreplaceable, that's it. To the left, everything you own in the box to the left. Spiders, relevant. And also childhood toys, relevant. if you can be kind to one another, you might actually be able to help each other. And I don't feel like this is going to take specific action, in the sense that you don't have to sit them down and be like, hey, so I got a tarot reading the other day and it turns out we just need to help each other, so how can I be of use to you? It feels more like, if you decided to carry on in this connection, naturally over time you would mirror each other and your individual issues enough that you would actually maybe help each other to work through them. It's not the best setup. It's what I keep getting. It's not the best setup, but it will do. It's not fucking hell, I'm a jukebox. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna something anyway. Okay. I'm not mad. By the way, if you want to book a reading, I'm having a little summer sale. I've got 10% off of all of my readings. And it won't take me too long to get to you because I just went on holiday for a week. So you always have the option. If it becomes super dissatisfying, if you end up in a place where you're like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like this is too much for my emotions, you're supported on leaving. You're protected. You can leave at any time that you want. Right, you can, if it ever gets too much and you're having to work through this shadow side, these demons, a little too, like, it's just a bit too much, you feel like it's no longer about the learning, it's just about point scoring, and you guys are upsetting each other and it's not nice to be in each other's energy, you can leave at any point, right? And it won't be the end of the world, and it won't be the end of that learning, but the universe is kind of saying it's clearing the way for you to move forward as long as you feel comfortable moving forward. And I also think, as much as this is a question of mirroring each other and you know, healing as a duo that way, I also feel like this is a test of your boundaries. When is it too much? When are you going to throw up the white flag? This person doesn't have to be the one, okay? So I know I personally don't believe in there being just one soulmate for every person. I think that with 8 billion people in the world, there's probably plenty of people who would be suitable for each individual. But, you know, maybe you don't believe that. Maybe you believe that you have a one and only person. If you ended things eventually, and if you needed to make a break for it, out of this connection, fear not, there is going to be someone else, right? Because again, this is a misjudgment. You have got it slightly wrong, but it's okay. The universe is saying, hey, don't panic. We can work with this for the time being. We can work with this as long as you're comfortable to work with this. And if you decided you needed to leave, there would be someone else out there for you who is better for you. And if you decided to stay, hey, who knows? Maybe some of you are going to be able to make this work. It's going to feel rocky and maybe chaotic at first, but down the line, you know, maybe it'll get to a place where actually through all the learning, you guys sort of become soulmates in some way. I like this. Okay, fun. Well, I'll see you later, I guess. Ending videos is always so awkward. Book a reading. Bye!